Did you know that estrogen dominance is really, really common in perimenopause? Even if you're very healthy and you're doing all the right things and you feel like this couldn't be you because it doesn't sound right, then listen up, because it happened to me. And I've been a bit of a fitness fanatic. I've been very careful with my diet over the years, being on supplements. But sometimes women genetically cannot break down this estrogen, and sometimes we just get exposed to too many xenoestrogens in our environment that actually then will exacerbate this estrogen dominance. And the other reason why this happens is because the hormone progesterone, which should be in a certain balance with estrogen, drops quite a lot, and it might already be low as you enter perimenopause, which can be because of long-term stress or deficiencies or inflammation. And this can be why you're estrogen dominant all of a sudden. And then when you go through perimenopause, you get more estrogen dominant symptoms. And this can also trigger off things like thyroid issues and allergies and sleeping problems and inflammation in the body, because we need this progesterone to control a lot of these. Now, some of the estrogen dominant symptoms can be things like fibroids, endometriosis, polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS. It can be weight gain around the hips and belly and thighs. It can be moodiness and mood swings, even things like anxiety, sometimes hair loss. It can be cellulite, heavy periods, more frequent periods if you're still menstruating, heavier, more painful, and the list can go on and on. Even things like allergies and histamine intolerance can be because of this estrogen dominance and its effect on the whole system and the immune system. And there's so many things you can do naturally about it, and there's so many symptoms that can be attributed to this. And even things like, that I forgot to mention, PMS or PMT, when I have a load of patients that say that they just feel like they're constantly moody and they're constantly feeling like they're going to about to get their period. So the premenstrual syndrome or premenstrual tension, and this can also be a sign of this estrogen dominance and not enough progesterone. And obviously it can feel like, you're just trying to get through every day without, feeling moody, and it's just not a good way to live. So what I tend to do is find the biggest reasons for this estrogen dominance and find out if there's actually some other issues behind it, like if there's any issues with too much stress or adrenal or thyroid health, or if your liver needs some support, or if there's issues with digestion or your gut health. There's something called the estrobolome, which is the subset of bacteria in your intestinal tract that help you break down these estrogens as well, and that may not be doing a good job. So we need to look at all these different angles and find out what's really driving it. And you can look at diet as well, because this can contribute, and like I said before, all the things in your environment. So one of the first things to do is actually clean up your diet and clean up your environment. So, even things like plastics and chemicals in your skincare and your makeup can make, and changing to natural obviously, can make a huge difference. If you're feeling anxious and stressed and you're worried about where to start, then feel free to reach out and connect with me, and I can give you some tips. I've got quite a few freebies and things that I can share with you up my sleeve. So I'll find out which one's the best one for you to get you started, and you can have a try of these tips that I have in my freebies. You might like to watch my masterclass, which is an online webinar, and you can learn all about these different hormones and what happens and why it actually happens. And I give you some really good tips that you can actually take away and start applying to your health and your life right now. And that's in my webinar. I can share that with you, or if there's something else that might be better, then just let me know. So thanks for listening. I'm Kate Driver, naturopath and the perimenopause practitioner, and I'd love to see you thrive through midlife, through perimenopause and menopause. Thanks for listening. Bye.